Welcome back to the channel, everyone. That's quite the sight. I've been doing some projects inside Lucky. Well, one project really, which we'll get to in a minute, because I need to go to the store and get some new wheels for my Dremel, because when I put my Dremel back in the box, apparently it decided it was going to shatter the cutting wheel. But anyways, I just got out of my van and I noticed that my diesel heater muffler completely iced over. Like the whole damn thing is just covered. It hasn't been running. I've actually just been running Lucky, and the heat from just the engine bay was more than enough to be keeping the house warm because I was trying to charge my batteries. And I get out and I see that, and it's just, yeah, it's real effed, I would say. That's just, and that's solid. That is like, can't even, there we go. Right, and even under here where my exhaust is, it's crazy. Look at this. That's nuts. That's something I've never seen before. Normally I would just kick it off, but that muffler is really fragile. So I think before I go get my Dremel wheels, I'm gonna make a little quick trip to the car wash. Hopefully they're open on such a cold day, and blast that off. It's super weird because the diesel heater ran all night. I did a little bit of modest driving around today before I ended up back down here at Fish Creek Park to hunker down and do those projects. And then apparently what I had kicked up onto Lucky, I imagine just slush and crap. It's cold enough out to just freeze that slush and crap and really ruin your day. But thankfully I noticed it first before I turned the diesel heater on. So let's go blast it with some lukewarm water, shall we? Actually, now that I think about it, it makes more sense for me to go to the hardware store, get my cutter wheels, and finish the project I'm working on first, because the project is around a diesel heater, and if the diesel heater is running, which is what I will want to do after I clear that ice from it. Yes, because on a day like this, I'm not going to want to have that ice over before I hunker down for the evening. I also don't want the heater to be running and blowing hot air in my face. So let's go over to the good old Blue store and get some cutting wheels before anything else. Right, the good old Blue store. Here we go, mother truckers. Oh, look who it is. Wow. You better let everybody know that you're alive and well. Alive. Oh, good. Well, this looks like a good place to do some projects. Amber's buggering off over to Walmart. The L brackets in the Blue store, which is what she was looking for, just a little too expensive for what she needs. I told her to check the dollar store. That's where I got some of the L brackets when I was building Lucky. Hello, darling. How are you on this fine wintry day? Staying inside, staying warm, staying tubbers. Good job. Oh, and the other one. Hello, hello. How are you? So we're all tucked away in the cozy little tiny home on wheels now. We got our Dremel wheels. And what do I need this for? Well, I am routing my heater ducting underneath my bed. Why am I doing that? Well, because I want it to be warmer underneath the bed, silly. I'm gonna do that. I'll see if I can show you what I've done already. Let's get the old Converse off here. Okay. So let's hobble over here. We'll check her out. Get my flashlight. There we go. Okay, past the tubbers. Ugh. The state of the house is just a mess right now. So come down here. This is what I've done. See? All right. Ignore the baby wipes. They're not part of this equation. But I've added this T-joint from the spare parts of my diesel heater. And I have this hose coming out here with, let me see if you can see this on the other side. Hello? Yeah, the little vent guy there. That'll be the main house heat. And I want another hose going this way. Boom, underneath the bed. But get out of here, baby wipes. If you can see, there's solid wood right here. So I need to cut a hole in here. And the only cutting tool I currently have in Lucky is my Dremel. So hopefully that works. That's what I'm gonna do. And then our projects for today are done. And then maybe we can actually do a little bit of relaxing. Yeah? What do you say? Before we get to that, I'm gonna make myself a little bit more comfy. This is one of those days where it's really cold outside. The snow looks really pretty, but it's frigid, obviously. The state of my diesel heater muffler is only gonna go by. And this jacket is nice and warm, but as soon as I come into any sort of area that's even just a little bit warmer than the outside, Sweaty balls syndrome. Also, for these sorts of projects, make sure you got the correct amount of energy. And I find that bottle caps are the ones that give the most. Those are not for you. Thank you. I do find it kind of funny if you can see that. That's what's left of the cutting wheel that came with the Dremel that I bought. It was brand new. All I'd done was I used it to cut a hole in my kick panel for my inverter switch a few videos back. And then I put it back in the box. It's just been riding around like that. Apparently, being in that box and riding around was enough to completely shatter that cutting wheel that was on there. Really makes me wonder how it's able to cut through stuff, but not survive that. Yikes. All right, and we got the new cutoff wheel attached. Let's go see if this can cut through what I need it to cut through. All right, we're gonna use the good old vitamin here to power up the Dremel just like last time. Some AC power there, please, vitamin. And then, haha, and bazinga. Ooh. I'm not the one that usually worries about this sort of thing, but eye protection is key, and I don't know where my goggles are that were sent to me by my subscriber. They're probably in the storage unit with the rest of my tools, if I'm being honest. Light on. All right, so my phone's going to serve two purposes here. It's going to film what I'm doing for you, which will be riveting because it's going to be cutting through wood, but it's also going to provide me some light from the flash. This is what it's like between my wheel well box and the bed. It's very tight. Very tight, like a toilet. Now, this bad boy is going to go on here. We're going to wrap like this. I guess that works. I need some general markings on there, though. Use your knife. There we go. That's real scientific. Oh, and let's be smart about this. It's going to be real loud for you, but what I'm going to do, put the battery on my vacuum, put my vacuum in here. Hopefully this vacuum sucks up whatever nonsense comes from this. This is actually laminate boarding on the bed here. That's what I used when I built the van. Let's cut into it. Oh. Hang on. Calm down, Dremel. Oh, good. There's an X in the way. Who put the bloody X there? Get out of here, idiot. Okay, so what have we learned? We've learned that Dremel, the 100i model, not fast enough to cut through laminate. So when all else fails, use the saw on your Leatherman. That's faster than a damn Dremel. And there you have it, one upside down hole in the ground. Let's flip that around so we can get the people to look at it. There you go, turder. What's under here? Whole bunch of stuff I gotta move and clean out all this sawdust crap. All right, so now I got my workstation here with my cat, my X, and my paper. Hang on. Lock and load this. Get rid of that. Bye-bye. Load in this guy. Little 8mm for you. Make sure you completely shatter your fingernail when you're doing this, otherwise it just won't work. And then got some heater ducting with an adjustable schmuggle on it. We just gotta tighten her up. Behave yourself. Get tight. What are you doing? Don't be like that. Shouldn't come off. Very good. Now make sure you attach the other end of the ducting to the other end of the T-schmigel. Turder. Oh boy. Okay. Sound there nice? Should work great. Now, if only our diesel heater muffler wasn't caked in ice. I also just wanted to point out my obviously expert level cutting skills. Straight and narrow, thy name is Vanlife Plus. Now it's time to go free up that muffler. So we'll rip down the hill, probably to the car wash where my grandpa used to work. It's, I think, the closest one that will take coins, because I don't feel like I should be spending more than like $1 to free up that muffler. Let's head on over there and make sure the new heating system works without, you know, burning us alive. Tally freaking ho. Put on your seatbelt before you tally or ho. Too bad. I was gonna get a shot of the muffler and my tire pulling into the car wash. It's too cold for the suction cups on the mount. That's how cold it is outside today. So, no cool artsy shot from me. Yes, can you stick your finger in it? Oh, very good. All right, now before we go too far and get that thing coated with ice again, let's get it running here and get it up to temperature. That should be good. Gonna give that a minute. That's all gonna melt off. Yummy. Always make sure that it's actually getting hot and not clogging up. Yeah, you can see that there with the two little green dots and the one yellow dot. We're in good shape. Let's go get something to eat and leave that running. So usually I'd probably just make something simple tonight, like craft dinner or chili or something, and just hunker down and stay warm. But I'm gonna go meet up with Amber. I think we're gonna treat ourselves to some high-class eating tonight, and then probably go see a movie at a very expensive theater here in town. So, you know how it is for us big ballers. Let's hit that fancy restaurant. Yes, sir. Doesn't get any better. Before we partake in this very high-class, fine dining sort of situation, I'm gonna try and solve this hot, cold situation. And just rely on a good old regular flannel to get me through my quick trips outside to the next inside. And I guess I should probably make sure that the new setup with the heater is working and it's not just hot air going everywhere. That's like the worst thing that can happen. There. Sacrilegious. However, will we focus? There we go. That's better. Now maybe I'll be able to regulate the temperature just a little bit better. Hi, Stella. How are you? I know. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Mwah. All right. I'm gonna go enjoy some Wendy's. Mwah. All right, how's this looking down here? Yep, hot air coming out there. I'm assuming. Oop, this bloody axe. Oh, the cap already came off. It's like this was made in China or something. Ooh, it's very soft and squishy. Like it's too hot. Come on. There we go. Turn it this way. Turn it this way. Put that there. All right, we can probably turn that down just a little bit now. What is it in here? 21, perfect. 17 should be good. Let's go get some food. Hi, how you doing tonight?
Doing good, okay.
Can I get a Baconator combo with large fries, large drink, Coke Zero to drink? Why at Wendy's is there no booth seating where everybody can sit in a booth? It's very inconvenient. Baconator, high class, fine dining. Get it in you. Don't mind if I do. Ah, the tip top of the very expensive dining experience.
Yes.
And now, off to that very expensive theater because it's just that kind of evening. Just a kitty cat hanging out with her window vacuum. Looking good, Stella. So all joking aside, this is Canyon Meadows Cinemas here in Calgary. Those are some glowing ass eyes from both those cats. Did you see that? In an instant replay? And it is what is called the Cheap Theater. I love this theater. It has been here for as long as I can remember. I even think at one point, back in the heyday, it was a regular theater. But now it's a cheap theater, meaning it's shown movies that are no longer playing at the more expensive multiplexes. And it's a really fun place to come. The movies are $5. It's just quaint. The only other place where I get that feeling of a quaint movie theater is at the Lux Cinemas in Banff. That's a little bit smaller for sure. These are still quite nice in there. Like I said, it's a nostalgia thing for me because I've been coming to this place my entire life. Penny! Correct. Where is the light? Make the cat's demon eyes go away. Yikes. They're probably, you can't be hungry. There's food in your dish. Some people's kids. But yeah, we're going to go check out a showing of a movie called Triangle of Sadness, I believe. I keep seeing the trailer for it, and it looks really good, but also looks really weird. So it could go either way. It doesn't start for a little bit here. I am going to fill up the diesel for the cats, and then just make sure everything's sort of hunkered down around here. Then we'll go check out the theater. I love this place. It's so cool. I think you can rent out the theater here, like not the whole thing, but like rent out one of the theaters. There's 10 inside. And I bet it would be really cool maybe for like one of the chapter finales if I like really take my time with one and make it extra special to have like a screening here for people that live locally in Calgary. That could be really fun to do, like sell tickets for like $2 a piece. I don't know how much it costs to rent. Every time I try to ask, there's no manager around. But here's what it is. I'll figure it out. Anyways, I thought that might be cool in the future, down the road, do like a premiere live in person at the theater that I really like. And then it goes live on YouTube for everybody else worldwide the next day or something. I don't know. I'm thinking outside the box. See you in a minute. Let there be light. I've had overstock of diesel, 25 extra liters in there for quite a while. I like to use it up before 6 months. I'm sure it would last longer than that, but it's just one of those things. Why not? I have it. It was easier than stopping at a gas station. Maybe not easier because it's quite cold tonight, but you know. All right. Got you all covered from any sort of peeping toms or peeping cats, I should say. And now we'll go see the movie. Grab your, oh God, don't bend like that. Trusty cane. There we go. And it is getting a little cold out. It'll probably be colder by the time the movie's done. So I guess it's time to layer up. Isn't that right, Penny? Oh, you guys probably need a little water, don't you? Let me see. That's my cane, man. Not too much, because we don't want it to just spill out when we get back on the road, eh? How'd you get all the way over there? What the heck? The other thing that's really nice about this lot, as I mentioned quite a few videos back actually at this point, is it's a lot where you're only allowed to stay 3 hours Monday to Friday, but on the weekends and after 6 p.m. it's free. So I have stayed here a few times after the movie has ended. Probably won't be the case tonight. Probably gonna go find a place to plug in. That's so blown out. What the heck? There, that's a little bit better. Hadn't even heard of this movie. And now I've seen about 15 trailers for it, so let's check it out. Love it.
That's a wonderful category. We've got a lot of custom frames we can do. Restoration is a huge thing now.
All right. Movie was pretty good. It's definitely one of those movies you could talk about for a while. It would not be for everybody, that's for darn sure. And unfortunately, I spilled pop all over my jacket, so now I need to do some laundry probably pretty soon. Didn't want to put it back on and be all sticky. Time to climb back into the house on wheels and find some power. Hunker down for the night. And there we go. Welcome to the tiny home right before the end of the day. I guess right before bedtime. The day might go on for a while, but I guess it'll be over for me when I fall asleep. Anyway, this is a very impromptu one, that is for darn sure, wasn't it, Stella? Saw that frozen muffler and just had to say something about it, didn't we? Come here. Crazy cat. Hi. It's weird because it's so cold outside right now, which is oddly enough fairly normal for this time of year in March, but it feels weird this year especially because we were spoiled for January and most of February here in southern Alberta. It was quite unseasonably warm, so it's definitely nice to have that heater ticking away, warming up underneath the bed and the rest of the house. So now what is it time to do? Better start getting ready for bed, eh? Yeah, we better brush our teeth. Starting to get what I call sweaters on my teeth. Kind of yucky. Let's go in here, grab a bottle of water. Perfect. Excuse me, Stella. Right about there. Sink's gonna come in handy. Ew. Much better. Tooth sweater's gone. Okay, move the chair over here. Yeah, so actually, I mentioned on my live stream this past weekend that I had found a chair that I was looking for because I needed something with a little bit more back support. And I did. I went up to Outdoor World here in Calgary and I found this. Nice little stool. Got a back and everything. Exactly what I was looking for. And only about, what, 35 bucks? Nice sturdy little thing. And I used it for a little bit, but the problem is its actual sit height is quite tall. So if you can see it. Yeah. So I don't use it too often, even slouching back in it a bit. Like the back support is really nice, but slouching back in it, I'm still extremely tall. Usually I was using my bucket, which obviously isn't ideal for my back. It's lower. I've considered hacking off the legs with like an angle grinder and then putting the feet back on, but that sounds like a lot of work. Funny thing is what led me initially to wanting to get this chair was I didn't want to go through the hassle of opening this camping chair up and closing it every single day. I've now learned to just live with the camping chair in my living space, so it's not that hard to just move around, and this is much lower and still gives me, I would say, a decent amount of back support. So the more you know. We'll consider this a learning experience. The stool will come in handy with camping and whatnot, and it's not so bad if I have like a guest over or something. They just need to be extra short in the torso area or have no neck. Could go either way. All right, and now it is time to do the good old late night shuffle here. Excuse me, Stella. Put that up there for now. I'm gonna make a trip to the storage unit tomorrow, I think, after my Cairo appointment. These two items, my projector screen and this roll of, I guess, whatever, construction paper, what have you. Hopefully that's not cutting my head off too bad. It might have been. They were down in that area between the wheel well and the bed, and now there's a heating vent there, so these can't be there. And they're already bugging the hell out of me being in here right now. They're going to the storage unit tomorrow, more than likely. Let's move the backpack up to the front seat. This fell out of there. Stuff's always falling out of nooks and crannies around here. This needs to go on the vacuum. Like, there's stuff everywhere, man. Good Lord. I need cable management as well. This is ridiculous. Ah, yes. Time for a quick shower. Rub the day off of you. Not that it was a particularly sweaty day, but it's always a little grubby when you're doing projects. This will be the second night on my very firm new mattress. I've been telling myself I'll give it a couple more nights. If it's still uncomfortable after then, I'm gonna have to get that mattress topper. Because yeah, if you didn't watch my last video, I got a new custom-made mattress, and it's very firm. I think the only one above that was ultra firm. I probably could have stood to go a little softer, but who knows, maybe in the long run this will actually be very beneficial for me. So, lose the trousers. Well, I think that is it. Wait, there we go. My night lights, I'm scared of the dark. Not actually, but it's a very nice ambiance to have for a little bit. I'm probably going to kick back and play some Switch, if I'm being entirely honest. I am not plugged into the shore power line. Hello, hang on. Wake up, TV. Come entertain me, won't you? Hi. That is it for this one, you guys. Until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Good night. Oh, I love my little tiny home.
You're filming. Sorry.
People wonder why you haven't been in my videos lately.